Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, my name is Chelsea. Last week I mentioned self-care at the end of my video and thought that this week it would be a great opportunity to explore the 6 different types of self-care. I didn't know all these types, but there's emotional, physical, mental, practical, social, and spiritual self-care. I was actually inspired to do this video by one of my mutuals here on YouTube, Thea Venus, which I'll link her video down below, but without further ado, let's just get into the video. So emotional self-care is definitely the most important to me, and it's the one that I'm most lacking in. For most of my life, I've been trying to separate my everyday life from emotions, just trying to get through the week, but I realized that's definitely not sustainable because emotions are a part of everyday life. So emotional self-care helps you get in touch with your full range of emotions, from anger and sadness to happiness and excitement. To do this, I'm practicing journaling, which I'm sure you've all heard time and time again how important it is. But what I'm focusing on is not just to go to my journal to rant when I'm angry and just need to get something out without bothering anyone, but I also want to explore the happy moments in my life as well. Whether that's getting an interview, noticed by my professor in class, I want to be able to live in that moment and record it as well. So one tip I would suggest to those beginning to journal is to maybe start with something just notable happening that week. It doesn't have to be some sort of deep trauma you're starting with. Just try to open up with what's been actually on your mind. And that can be happy or it could be a little more negative. It's just about putting down on paper what's been on your mind. As you might have guessed from my fitness videos, exercise is a super important part of my life. I'm currently doing Carolyn Girvan's Epic 2 program, which hint, there will be a video on that soon. I make sure to try to get some exercise pretty much every day, especially when we're stuck to our desks all this time. It's important to move around. So physical self-care is all about helping you move your body well. For me, I actually took a leisurely walk to practice this. I know I'm doing some sort of fast-paced workout almost every day, so this was really about getting in touch with myself, focusing on my own activity, and notice just how nice it is to be all by yourself on this morning. Since the weather here in California is warming up, I do try to take a walk at least once a week. So next on my list is practical self-care, which I didn't even know was a thing. But this type of self-care is basically to help you avoid stressful situations by simply doing the everyday chores in life. So whether that's organizing or cooking or cleaning, all of this is just everyday tasks that make your life just a little bit easier. So I'm not exactly a clean freak, but during this time working at home, I really realized how important my environment is. So for this, I try to incorporate just cleaning up my room once a week. So this includes sweeping my floor, putting away fresh laundry, organizing my closets, just methodical tasks that will make my work environment a little bit better. This is also a good way to get in some of that physical self-care because I really just put on earbuds and tune out, focus on the task at hand, and it's a great way to spend time with yourself and get work done. Mental self-care was something new to me too, but I really think it should be a priority. This type of self-care helps stimulate your mind, just like how physical self-care stimulates your body. I was thinking as a college student, I should always be doing this, right? Since I'm constantly having to go to classes, do homework, all of that. But actually, this means learning about things on your own time that you're genuinely interested in. So for this, I decided to pick up a new book. So I heard about this book from one of my favorite podcasts, Unlocking Us by Brene Brown, called Hungry Hearts, Essays on Courage, Desire, and Belonging, put together by Jennifer Rudolph Walsh. I feel like I've fallen back on reading books since school started, but it's important to take time for the things that we're genuinely interested in. And to be honest, that kind of includes making YouTube videos for me. This sort of activity is something I just do for myself, building this little community. It honestly started from a purely selfish point of finding a creative space. But I would argue that's a form of self-care since I've learned so much about YouTube, met a lot of cool people, just be able to express myself every week. Social self-care is next on my list, and I've definitely fallen back on this since the pandemic. This is the practice of nurturing relationships with people, whether it's friends, family, or your significant other. Recently, I've been feeling really overwhelmed with maintaining these more professional relationships, like with networking, professors, or just people I'm doing a group project with. So I thought it would be very nice to just have a low-key Zoom work session with one of my friends, Marva. We could just chat and do some work together. It's not a super formal hangout, nor is it in person, but it gave me some of the quality time that I needed to genuinely feel connected to someone. So last is spiritual self-care, which helps you really get in touch with your soul. Personally, I'm not too much of a spiritual person. I've never thought too much about what my inner self is, but I thought I'd give meditation a try. There are so many cool apps out there and just YouTube videos, so I tried this 5-minute meditation from Goodful. It was definitely challenging for a first time. I felt like my mind was wandering a lot, but overall it was just a nice and calming break from the day. Please let me know if you know of any good meditation recommendations, because I'd love to try this again. So those were the 6 types of self-care ranked in order of importance to me. I'd love to hear which types of self-care you do, so leave me a comment below if you'd like. No matter what though, I think the practices that I described are easily doable by anyone, so I'd encourage all of you to at least try out one of them if you haven't yet. It's just super important to take care of ourselves, especially during these times. Personally, for me, seeing just the rise of anti-Asian hate crimes, not just in my area, but all over the US and the world, has been very upsetting, especially going on social media and not seeing these events covered widely in the news tells me that we still have so much ways to go as an Asian community. I felt especially angry when I heard that a lot of these attacks were towards elders, who are some of the most vulnerable people in our community. I would like to leave some links below that I thought were helpful and you can use to educate yourself and even help out as well. So that about wraps up this video. Thank you for watching. If you've come this far, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.